How's it going, my friends? Yeah. Okay, first episode we went over everything. This episode we're gonna do some cleaning. I tore the whole thing down. There's the back box mech sitting over there. There's the play field, back box, and cabinet panel. Mech panel. Ooh, mech panel. And I have the back glass hiding over there out of the way so it doesn't get knocked over. It's always the worst thing I'm always afraid of is those back glasses. Always. I gotta hide them because I know me. I'm gonna knock one over. So I gotta hide them. But first thing I'm gonna do is vacuum the inside of this out. Let's see. Oh, as I was saying in the first episode, we just kind of went over everything and looked at everything to see what we were working with. We have a pretty good solid machine here to work with. Everything looks good, just gummed up as usual on these, especially our steppers. Some of these steppers won't even move. Let's see, on the Gottliebs you have to kind of unplug everything to get it out. So I mark those. That's for the chimes. I always mark them, and I know that's for the knocker. I just do it. When you go to put them back together, they kind of only go one way, but you know, you never know. Now we're not going to be actually cleaning the wood. I'll run the vacuum over it and clean some of the dirt up off of it, but I'm not going to sit there and take everything off of it and scrub everything. I really don't think we need to do that. Let's see, this guy turns that way. Not too bad. Keep running into the cabinet. I'm getting kind of jammed up in here again. I got more projects sitting around to do. So we have to kind of work through this one pretty quick. I'm not going to be doing as many episodes on this one as I normally do, just because I need to get this one kind of knocked out pretty quick. Not quick, but I'd like to get it done quick so we can get on to something else and start making some room. So, in this episode, we're just going to start cleaning some stuff. First thing I'm going to do is I'll vacuum out the cabinet, like I said, and then I'm going to flip this over on its side and see how clean I can get the cabinet. Might as well start with cleaning the cabinet. That way it's done, out of the way, so when it comes time to start setting stuff back down in it, like the mech panel, we can just set it down in there and get it screwed down, and we don't, you know, and then I don't have to worry about trying to clean the cabinet while it's sitting with everything in it. This way, with everything out of it, I can just flip it over onto its other side and, you know, and then work on and get it all cleaned up. See if I can get a lot of this funk off of it and make it look a little better. But other than that, that's what we're going to be doing in this episode, is cleaning. Get the bottom cabinet cleaned up. I'll drag the back box out of there, and we'll see how clean we can get it. I got the door, everything off of it, because the front of this is so funky. Looks like a yak backed up against it with the runs. The door, same thing. Just, you know, just funk. When I clean this side here, I may go ahead and see what I can do about maybe touching it up. I don't know. We'll see after I clean it. It's just those couple of scratches and some cigarette burns. That's why I'm kind of figuring this one was probably in a bar because of the cigarette burns. Everybody putting their cigarette out on it. I had to take the lockdown bar receiver off of it because it's bent. And in fact, it's right here. I had a heck of a time getting it opened. You can see the lever's bent, and this thing down the slide bar in here is so gummed up that I had to actually beat on that to get it to move over enough to get the what's left of the bent up lockdown bar off of it. So yeah, we've got our work cut out for us there. Like I said, there's enough stuff to do on this. We'll make some episodes for this one. But first things first is we're gonna vacuum it out and start cleaning the cabinet. Yeah, I got her clean. If you want to call it clean. I was scrubbing on it pretty hard, and as you can see, to get all the yellow off of it, I'm gonna lose quite a bit of paint. Like down here. So I don't know how much I want to go on this. You know, was getting some of the dirt off of this black, and as you can see, taking the black right off. I don't mind the black. I can put the black back in. It's just yellow, and haven't figured out how to do that speckle effect. If I redo the cabinet, it's going to be, you know, pure white with the artwork on it, or I leave it alone the way it is. I scrubbed the front down. At least now it doesn't look like a yak dumped its butt on it. I don't know. I'm going in for the night, and I'm gonna sleep on it, and hopefully I'll make a decision for tomorrow what I'm gonna do. You know, the artwork is no big deal. This is a pretty simple artwork to copy and redo. The colors, my yellow, this has a lot of orange in it, or just a lot of yellowing. This brown from cigarette smoke and whatever. See, a lot of the kind of off. I come jumping around here. Let's stay on the yellow. The yellow has a lot of this brown in it, which kind of makes it orange. The yellow kind of oranges up. Now I do have some paint that I can probably get pretty close to that. The black, like I said, and the white would be pure white. I would actually have to repaint all the art, which I'm not against doing. I don't mind doing them. In fact, I kind of like doing them. But where these are going to be sitting, they will be side by side, and you're not going to really notice a lot of the scratches and missing paint. Now, if I just do the black, it would, you know, if I just touch up some of this black, put some of the black back in, it'll look, you know, a little better, but it's still not going to look great. I mean, it doesn't look too bad right now for 45 years old. So I'm going to have to sleep on it, and then tomorrow I'll make a decision what I'm going to do. And then I'll let you know what I'm going to do. But actually it doesn't look terrible. I know, some people, these machines have to be pristine, but they don't have to be in pristine condition to enjoy. Alright, I'll sleep on it and I'll let you know. This is the worst side. This is the one with a lot of cigarette burns on it. And I'm going to clean this side up and see how it looks before I decide what I'm doing. Like I said, I may do the black. I haven't decided. Even after sleeping on it, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do. We'll see how this side turns out first before I really make a decision. But I'll get her cleaned up and go from there. You can see there's a lot of dirt. If a lot of this does come off, a lot of this dirt does come off, I don't know if I don't think I'll paint it. Kind of leaning more towards just leaving it the way it is after it's cleaned up. Decisions. It's after getting it all cleaned up. See, a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the burn marks, I can get the ash or residue off of it, and you know, you can make a lot of those disappear with just a, now you just have some paint missing. But it cleans up nice. I still want to. I still can't help myself. I wanna touch it up. I wanna touch it up. I just can't help myself. Missing paint and scratches just kind of drives me nuts. But I may have to just get over myself, or God, I don't know. I think it looks nice. I think it cleans up and looks really nice. Now on our cabinet, we can see the front of this. I don't know, it took a hit or something because we're loose, and you can see we're cracked all the way down through there, and we're loose. Our front is loose. I think that may have been from prying on this to get into it. There was a lot of glass inside when I vacuumed it, so I know it. They broke the glass on it and then put another glass on it. So we need to fix up our front here. I think this side, yeah, that side's okay. It's right over here. Now, what I will do is I will inject glue all down through there and down inside here, and get the glue injected down in there with the syringe, and then we'll clamp it. Yeah, we'll clamp it together and let her set up, and that should take care of our problem. Now, kind of reinforce. I'll get as much glue down in there as far as I can with that needle, so we can get a really good bond, so it'll stay together for quite some time. The brace here that holds the leg isn't cracked or broken away from the side, so that won't be so bad. You know, at least that's still in good shape, and we shouldn't have any problems with the leg wobbling, or you know, like the whole cabinet wobbling as being played. And we can get this all leveled out the way it should. I don't think I can. Nope, won't be able to get anything in here, but I will be able to get it down through, and when we squeeze it together with the clamp, it should bond it. Bond it? Be bonded. And I'll be using a big pipe clamp. I have two of them, but I could only locate one of them, so we're just going to have to settle with using one to get it clamped back together. Okay, don't mind the noise in the background. That's my little heater running. It's cold out here this morning. Now what I'll do is I'll pull this apart as far as I can without ruining anything here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to inject glue in as far as we can and get as much in there as we can. It's not going to bond real good right down through here because that's already been glued once, and usually glue on glue doesn't work real well, but where it's split, it will. It'll bond really good up in here where it actually broke the wood. I like to have a little bit bigger needle. We'll go down in here. Let it run down in there as far as it wants to go before we clamp it together. So we can get the best bond we can. Don't worry if it scooshes out. The wood glue is easy cleanup. If you get it all over the place, it will clean right up with water. And it takes quite a while for wood glue to set up. So you don't have to be in any hurry. We want to get as much glue down in there as we can. And while we're working in other places, it will run down in that crack, especially here in the front. I want it to run down in there. I don't care if it runs out the bottom. Oops. All right. Okay, now. Where'd my. Okay, there it is.
Man, it is clean and fresh, like a dance move.
Don't mind that. That's
Todd
Tuckery and the crew from TNT. They're at the expo and they're just going live. I'll go turn that down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2x4 in the front so it'll distribute the pressure all the way down through, plus it won't mark up our cabinet. Got it all clamped up, and as you can see, squeeze that seam right back together. And we should have enough glue down in here and down through here. And it's flush. So we should be in good shape. That should close it up and glue her down good and make our front panel nice and solid again. Now we got to let that set up for at least 3 hours anyway, so it so it's tacked up. You can't do anything to it until it tacks up. It's just gonna come apart. The seam will open up a little bit, so we got to let this set up for a couple hours before we can get busy anything else on the cabinet. We got the cabinet all cleaned up. Let's see, the next thing we need to do is we're going to clean up that back box. So I'll get the back box out of there and we'll start getting it cleaned up, and everything will be ready as far as the cabinet goes, and then we can start working on our switches and everything. I wanted to get the cabinet out of the way just because I knew I was going to have to glue, and I just wanted to get her done. Get the cabinet all buttoned up, so when we're ready to start putting stuff back down in it, we're not working on the cabinet. This way, we'll do the bottom panel first. We'll get it done, and then we can set it down inside, and it'll be out of the way. So let me get the back box out of there, and we'll start getting it cleaned up. I'll show you the worst side here before I clean it. What do we got? Got some tape, and looks like we got a little bit of separation. The laminate or the plywood. We'll see what we'll do. We may go ahead and put a little glue under it and put a clamp on it there and there once I get it all cleaned up. But I wanted to show you this side first before I clean it. After cleaning this side, just a lot of dirt, kind of like around the back glass. Just a lot of dirt. Got that, and kind of worked my way down the face a little bit. But I'll go ahead and finish getting the rest of this cleaned up, and yes, I will clean the top. But I think it's gonna look good. I said I may go ahead and inject a little glue in there and put some clamps on it, but I don't know if we really need to. I think it's gonna look good the way it is. Yeah, that's the first side I did. The back box, and we got it all cleaned up. There's the front. Looks decent. There's this side. Got the inside all cleaned up. Except for in here, nobody's gonna see in there. And I even cleaned the top. And we're still, like I said, we got her clamped down, waiting for that to dry. But we got plenty to do while that's setting up. But I think that'll be it for this video. At least we got the cabinet all ready. It's all ready for everything to go back down in it. So that's out of the way. And in the next episode, we'll start with our bottom mech panel and get that all cleaned up and ready to put back down in. So we can slowly get everything all put in this and get it plugged in and see if it's going to laugh at us or if it's going to do something for us. Got the front cleaned up. Still got to clean that door. Get that all cleaned up. But it is starting to look a little better anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. So until next time, oh, don't go down inside the cabinet. Come up here. Right there, look at that nice emblem. See ya.